So for anyone joining just now, would love to see where you are from in the chat. And there we go. I wish there was a way to just admit everyone automatically. Let me see. No, I have to accept everyone. That's okay. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that because I'm sure in the next few minutes some more people will be joining. So, okay, guys, just checking. You guys don't see my Zoom windows, right? You just see the screen. Amazing. Cool. Okay. Then we're going to slowly get started. But like I said, some people might join, while we're in, which is totally fine. I will try to keep an eye on it as well. Sweet. Cool. So actually, guys, it is now for me 9 p.m. here in Bali. I don't know if you guys have seen on my socials, but my parents are here for 3 weeks. Super excited. I got to spend the holidays with them, but I wanted to pick this time so that more people could join, of course, because we have so many people from all over the world. So I feel like 9 p.m. Bali time was a really good, sacrifice to make so that as many of you guys can join, of course, right now. So yeah. Cool. Okay, we're going to dive in. So basically what to expect here on this call that we're having today is I'm going to do a little intro. I think a lot of you guys already know me from following my account, and things like that, or obviously being a student. So I'm going to do a very small intro. Then we're also going to do reflection on 2024 and some goal setting of 2025, of course. And I'm going to give you guys all an amazing worksheet as well to get started with. So what I'd love for you to do is have a look now in the Zoom chat quickly, because what I will be doing is I'm going to share some very important links right now. So the first one is actually going to be a worksheet that you can open in Google Docs. Okay, so make sure for that you are logged into any Google, any Gmail account so that you can open the document. And the next thing that I'm going to share is actually the Canva template that we're also going to be using during this session. So if you guys can open this up right now, that would be amazing. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see it. Okay, I just sent 2 links. Can you guys see that? 2 links. Amazing. So just try to open those up already so that we can. Amazing. Thanks, guys, for saying yes. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, so just open those up. What I will say is that obviously going super in detail in just 1 hour is going to be hard. So we're going to go through some of the most important ones. And then obviously you are more than welcome to literally continue to expand on all of these things because I think it is worth it to spend some time to actually reflect and to really, really, really in depth set new goals. It is so worth it. So you are more than welcome to obviously continue this also after this call with these worksheets. So yeah, the Google worksheet first, and then in a little bit, we will dive into the visual part, and then we're going to need the Canva worksheet. So feel free, guys, to open the Google worksheet already. Plus, I mean, some people prefer taking notes just in the notepad. You can also do that. If you don't want to use the worksheet, you can also do it on your notes, okay? Cool. So now, the first part, I just want to do a little intro. So again, I already heard some of you guys saying you're my students, so then you know already a little bit about me. But I would love to know, maybe you can write in the chat, like how long has the rest been following me, like how long have you guys been, in my world, in my community? I would love to know, so write it in the chat. But a little intro, little refresh. So I'm originally from the Netherlands, and I came from a very small farmer's town, actually. And I worked in a garden center for like 7 years. And after that, I actually studied at hospitality management because my dream to become a police officer didn't go to plan. So I studied hospitality management, and then I ended up in a corporate job in London, actually, working for Hilton in a basement office with no windows and no natural air. And I tried all the ways at this point, you know, to work online, to figure out like, how can I get out of this basement office? This is not how we are supposed to live, right? So I tried all the ways to work online, failed at so many, and eventually I got successful at freelancing. And then I scaled my agency further. And now, of course, also the info product companies we have or academy. This year actually achieved two really big goals of my list, which is speaking at AdCon, which was a conference in the UK, next to people like Stephen Bartlett and Ali Abdal. That was really amazing. And I also got to do my TEDx talk this year. So I would say those are two big professional highlights, you know, that even if I look at the pictures like this now, it's crazy how, you know, I was just a regular girl. I had a really horrible, you know, corporate job. And that now obviously I'm living in my dream villa, able to spoil my parents, able to support my family and work from any place I want to. And I never thought that would have ever been possible, you know? So that is a very, very short just summary about who I am in case you are new here, or maybe you've not been following me for so long. I hope that gives you a little bit of context, you know, as to where I come from. So what is important though to know is, you know, my motivation. Like my motivation to work online has always been one, just being able to obviously live a location independent life, to be able to make my own schedule. And now it's the things, you know, like being able to be home with my puppy Leah, and one day with my children as well. And that's of course something, you know, I also thought about a lot, that I prepared myself that I will be able to be home a lot and spend time with my future children. And right now it is also really spoiling my family, like taking care of them, helping them with bills when they need to. That is really my reason why it's not the Lamborghinis or the awards or whatever, right? For me, it's really just, I love my simple life. I love being with my family and spending time with the people I love. And of course, also doing what I love, right? And having that flexibility to choose my own time and my own, you know, my own location. That is what it's for me really about. So then you also know, yeah, a little bit about, let's say, my motivation to build online businesses. It's really for my family and to do the thing I love. So, okay, little intro, little context. Now, I want to talk about something serious with you guys for a second. And this was kind of harsh because I researched this actually. How many people follow through on their New Year's resolutions and their goal setting? Because your why can be really big, right? Your reason to start an online business, make money. But what if we set goals and we're not actually making them happen? So actually only 9% follow through on their New Year's resolutions, which is was kind of shocking to me that it's such a low number. And there's various reasons why. One being obviously we're in such a world where we're so addicted to social media and there's so many distractions around us, and these platforms are designed to actually keep us addicted, right? So we have that kind of going against us. And then there's a lot of information overload and information overwhelm because of the internet too. So a lot of people, unfortunately, 91% is, according to the stats, not following through on their New Year resolutions. Now, what I want to do right before we dive into is that I want you to make a statement right now and write yes in the chat to say that you are going to commit to follow through, that you are going to be part, even though it's a small percentage, right? That you are going to be part of this percentage that is going to follow through on their goals. And it's a decision we can make today and we can keep each other accountable to, which is also something we do in our community. For the people that are already part of our family, we will keep you accountable, as you guys know. So we can make a statement right now and say, yes, I am going to follow through on my New Year resolutions, on the goals I'm going to set. I love that. Love that, guys. Drop a yes in the chat. Let's go. Love it. Love seeing that. Amazing. Let's go. Cool. Now, to understand where we want to go, guys, we have to first think about where we are right now. So where are we right now? and understanding that it's actually a formula. Where you are right now in your life with the good things, the bad things, your struggles, your victories, where you are right now is a combination of one, your subconscious beliefs, and two, your conscious actions. Your subconscious beliefs and your conscious actions. So it is your thoughts, it is the things of how you are wired as a person, it's how you see the world, it's how you view yourself, it's how you view what is possible. Your subconscious beliefs, your whole belief system, plus conscious actions, right? So doing the things, actually taking actions. It is these two things, which is the result of where we are right now. So we need to actually reprogram and dissect each of these, our subconscious beliefs, and then we need to follow those with conscious actions, right? So that is what we're going to do, and that's how we're going to break it down. So we're going to start now with reflections, with where we are, okay? And again, just to put it in perspective, the subconscious versus the conscious, how we're going to break it down in this class is first reflection. So where we are, we need to know where we are, right? Because again, that can bring us back to what we have been doing, what we need to change. So we're going to analyze a bit of where we are right now. And then we're going to dive into subconscious goal setting, which is more things, like I said, it's the things you wish, it's your manifestation, it's your whole belief system, which is subconscious. It's things that sometimes we don't even realize that we are wired or programmed in a certain way. And then we need to set conscious actions and have conscious goals. And these together, I think, are going to be the great recipe to actually achieve the things you want in the new year. Who's ready for that, guys? Drop it in chat. Who's ready? Cool. Let's go. Awesome. Okay. So now I want you, like I said, grab a piece of paper, a notebook or something like this. And also, you know, have the Canva already ready, the link that I sent in the chat. I will see if I can just resend it to all of you guys here. I will send it here again, guys. Open both of these or grab a pen and paper. That's also totally fine. Because now we are going to dive into where we are, okay? Where we are right now. And I want to do this kind of quick, so rapid fire reflection. Like I said, you can expand on these later. I just want you first now to write down initially what you see right away, what you think about right away, okay? And you will be able to find these questions in the sheet. We're just going to do the most important ones now. Okay, so the first one is, what goals did you achieve this year? List at least 5. So I'm going to give you guys like 30 seconds or so. Actually, let's list 5 goals that you achieved this year. Okay. Again, the first thing that comes into your mind, you do not have to overthink this. What are the main things that are actually coming to your head right now? Okay, these are things I achieved. Okay. And then drop done in the chat when you're done. Okay. So it can be big accomplishments or small accomplishments. What did you crush this year? What do you feel like? Yeah, that's it. Okay, the first done is in. Awesome. Cool. Don't overthink it, guys. Bullet points. Boom, boom, boom. So for me, definitely TEDx. It was speaking at AdCon. Also the book launch I did. I bought my dream house. Okay. Cool. I'm seeing some come in. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Awesome. Nice. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one, guys. Now, this should be easy because I'm sure these came to your mind. What are the goals you are still working on? Because to be honest, guys, even if I look at my vision board, they are not all completed, you know? It is hard to complete every single goal you ever had in the same time. I understand that in the same year. Some are just meant to transfer to next year. That's just true. That's fine. So just write down again some bullet points and then write the word ready in the chat. Okay. Then write the word ready when you are finished. So what are some things you feel like I didn't complete those? I'm still working on these goals. For me, I didn't get in Forbes 30 under 30, but to be honest, I realized I don't even want to. But that's definitely one that I didn't get to. Okay, I see some ready. Sweet. Great. Love it, guys. Being very quick. Okay. Well, the next one. Again, just first thought, who was most important in your life this year? Who was someone you were like, yeah, like, I'm so happy I met you, or I'm so happy that you were there for me this year. Like, I've learned so much from you. This person has done something for you. Who is this person? So reflecting on some of the connection you made this year, and it could be more people, but like, I guess someone could stand out to you that you're like, okay, this person definitely made a big impact on me this year. Okay, right next when you guys are ready for the next one. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. Good job, guys. Cool. The thing is also, to be honest, often when we overthink questions, you kind of lose the truth. You should go with your first, like, boom, that's what came to my mind, right? Okay. So the next one, how did your priorities change? So we often experience like really big shifts in our priorities throughout the year. Maybe you started the year thinking, oh, this is the most important thing right now. But maybe now you're ending the year and you're seeing how your priorities changed. Again, boom, what came into your mind? What do you feel changed? For me, I definitely still, in the beginning of this year, was still thinking that I would be happy getting stuff like I said, TV show, like fame, I guess, or something like this, awards. And then now I realize that that's actually not my priority at all. Like, I don't really care about those things anymore. And I also don't really want to chase them. So for me, that's an example of how my priorities change in terms of my goals, in terms of where I'm going. Okay, write down when you are finished with this one. Nice. Nice, love it, guys. Sweet. Okay. What positive experiences did you really love this year? Like, is there a big event or something that happened that is just memorable that you feel like that was it? It could be yeah, it could be a family memory, but it could also just be something that happened to you that you're like, wow, that really made a really big difference for me. That changed a lot for me. And ready when you finish this one. Okay, love how fast you guys are. Nice. Okay, seeing some more people. Awesome. What was the biggest fear you faced? So this is a bit of a harsh question sometimes to ask ourselves, right? But I would love it if you could, whoever is open to it, who wants to share in the chat, even a keyword. What is one of the biggest fears you faced this year? You know, for me, I can say losing everything when our accounts were, hacked, let's say, for 3 months, losing the business, losing everything, losing some family members, sick parents, like, yeah, some fears I had this year. And I appreciate you guys sharing it, in the chat. These are really things that also that we remember and that we should reflect on, and hopefully something we could overcome and we overcame. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for sharing it, guys. Sometimes we don't even think about it, right? If we don't ask ourselves these questions, but it's a fear we faced and something we overcame this year. So we should be really proud of ourselves and yeah, and also definitely reflect on that. Yeah. Thanks for sharing, guys. Okay. I think most of you guys replied in the chat or maybe wrote it down if you obviously want to keep it private, but I appreciate you guys sharing it and thinking about this. Okay, we're going to number 7. Is there anything you should leave behind in 2024? This could be a person, this could be a situation, this could be anything, a habit, you know. What is something you want to leave behind in 2024? And again, if you're open to it, write it in the chat. Yeah, write it in the chat. I think, yeah, for me, it's some bad habits as well that I definitely want to leave behind because I feel like I'm still emotionally eating sometimes. That's definitely something I want to leave behind. Yeah, some people as well that I felt like I needed to, you know, just kind of let go of and leave those energies behind, you know, to move on fully. Yeah, appreciate you guys sharing it. People pleasing, not taking enough care of myself, self-doubt, procrastination. Yeah, appreciate you guys sharing that. That's definitely, you know, if you write it out, that is like already so important, you know, because that's how we can be actually aware of these things that we want to leave behind. And that's going to help us to set really good goals for 2025. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that, guys. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're going for now. I love the answers you guys are giving. To the last question for this rapid fire reflection. As you see in the worksheet, there's more. So I would love it if you guys continue this and write it in more detail later. But for now, the biggest final question is like, what do you feel like you really learned this year? So honestly, like, if you think about this year, like, what is the biggest lesson that you took away? And again, if you're open to it, write it in the chat. Otherwise, you can just write the word done. But what did you learn about yourself, about your business, about life? What's something you learned? I love that, Tanya and Charlotte, just being strong. More amazing than you realize, Michelle. Love that, so good. Inner health reflects outside, yeah. Can do more than thought. I have the ability to create the life I want. To leave at the first red flag, yeah, also very important. I can do hard things. Yes, we can. I like that. Change is scary, but needed. Yeah, true. So good. Thank you for sharing, guys. Yeah, prioritizing yourself. I'm so much more capable than I think. To be more confident with people and listening. Oh, that's so good. The longest relationship you're going to have with yourself is with yourself. So nourish it. Love it, guys. Thanks a lot for sharing that. Big lessons. And I think probably there's multiple lessons, right? Not just one maybe from this year, but multiple lessons that you feel like, yeah, that you feel like you went through this year and that you learned from. And those are, you know, valuable experiences. So important to reflect on it. So would love it if you guys obviously continue off of these questions and yeah, write them more in the worksheet as well. Amazing, guys. Cool. Okay, so those are little rapid fire questions. Now we're going to move on to something visual, a visual way to reflect on last year. So what I'd love you to do is either draw this on a piece of paper, or you can open the Canva worksheet and you can literally write it out there. Okay, so I'm going to show you. You can open the worksheet in Canva that I sent in the chat. I'm just going to send it again. Just going to be very annoying with that. So, okay, if you are in Canva, right, what you can do, you can literally go here to draw. And now you can start drawing in the circle of life. So in your Canva, you will already see it like this with the words around. So you make a circle with 10 lines, and then it's going to say these words: romance, family, joy, friends, growth, money, mission, body, soul, and mind. These 10 things. So if you open up the Canva worksheet, you will see this. Let me know, guys, in the chat. You guys have the sheet? You have it ready? Or you're drawing this? Also all fine. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So the cool thing in Canva is that you can go to the left side to draw. And now what we're going to do together is we are going to basically draw this circle in. So you're going to think to yourself, okay, how full do I feel romance was this year? How do I feel right now? Okay, so I'm going to show you an example. For example, for me, romance this year was a 1. So not much things happened there. It's something I would love to work on, you know, in the new year. So for me, that's something I would score, let's say, a 1. But if it's a 10, then, for example, it means you feel fully fulfilled there. You feel like 100% you're good. You know, there's not much to work on there. It could happen. But I would say it's hard to get a 10. So think yourself like, okay, what are these areas in my life? How would I score it right now? Right now, right? So then what you're going to do, you can grab this drawer from Canva, and you can, like I did here, you can literally start to mark it out. So you can write the number, and then you can, of course, mark kind of out what you think is a 1 or wherever the number is. And that what you should have now in a couple minutes is something like this. So a wheel with each area scored by a number of how you feel right now about it, about your mindset, about your soul. Do you feel aligned with your purpose, your mission, money, growth? Like, how fulfilled do you feel in these areas? Give it a score, and then you could draw it out cute like this with different colors. Okay, now I know this could take a little bit longer, but let's try to do it again. Just the first instinct, score these areas, and then we could draw it in. And then when you're done, write the word wheel in the chat. Okay, so when you're done, write the word wheel. And I'll just show it again. Canva, left side draw. You can grab a marker and you can change the colors here. Yeah, to any color you want, obviously. Or do this on a piece of paper for the ease of it. It's also all good. Yeah. Yeah, then we have something like this. There we go. Okay, so when you are semi-done, right, write the word wheel below. Awesome. Shani already finished it. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And I really love this one, guys, because this is going to be the base right away as well for our goal setting, actually. Because again, if we don't know where we are right now, then how can we actually really reflect and look at where we want to go and what we want to achieve? So this is such an important one. And I always love doing this, honestly. Okay, I see some wheels coming in, guys. Awesome. Most of you did. Sweet. Again, after this, feel free to make it super pretty and all of that, yeah, with markers or however you like to do it. But for now, for the purpose of it, if you at least scored it, that would be great. So that you kind of know, yeah, how full is your cup in these areas, in each of these areas. Okay. Now, what we are going to do here is now I want you to look at which areas stand out to you and circle those. Again, in Canva, you could grab pen and you can circle it. Okay. So which of these areas stand out to you? I picked 3, let's say. So which ones do you feel is most important to top up? Which ones are the lowest? Which ones do you feel like really need, you know, some work in the new year, and something you want to focus on? And once you've done that, just write done. Okay, so circle 3 or more. Which ones do you feel like need the most work? Okay, seeing some done. Amazing. Okay. Okay. Now, we just looked at where we are. We reflected with some hard questions with the wheel of life and scoring those areas of our life. So now we're going to dive into the subconscious part. So the place where we're going to work on our thoughts and we're going to attract these things that we want to work on and that we want to achieve. So we're going to make a wish list. I want you to write down these things. They are in the Google Doc. If you want to write in there, or write them in the paper. These areas: health, wealth, relationships, lifestyle, and habit. Because to work on some of these areas, there are always 3 main categories, right? So health. So for example, body, soul, mind is related to health. Then we have, of course, wealth, which is things like the business, and all things like that. And relationships, friendship, romance. So the main categories of the wheel are these. So health, wealth, relationship, and then your lifestyle and habits. And I want you to start making a wish list of these things. So I want you to literally write down bullet points of all the things you would wish for. And I want you to think the Lulu, because remember, this is subconscious part. So we're going to try to reprogram your mind. So nothing that's in your mind that you think you want is impossible, actually. You need to start to reprogram yourself that everything you want, everything you desire, everything that comes to your mind is actually a possibility. So that's why I call it a wish list. Just imagine you had a magic wand and you could wish anything in these areas. What would it be? And for each, write down like 4 to 5 bullet points for health, for wealth, relationship, lifestyle, and habits. Okay? And then write the word wish in the chat when you're done. And this is an example. Can do more bullet points, can do less. Obviously think about your own, but this was an example of mine for these areas. So yeah, think about, wealth. I would also put a monetary amount, what do you want to achieve? Like your monthly income goal, things like that. Lifestyle, what lifestyle do you want to have? Go crazy. What are you thinking about? Make a wish list. And then, yeah, when you're done, just write the word wish below in the chat. Around 4 to 5, let's say 4 each. And doing this, you might even come up with some things that you didn't think about before. Because maybe your mind blocked you and said, no, like, you can't have that. That's not possible. But remember, this is a wish list. It's the Lulu. Literally write whatever you wish. Okay. And then write the word wish below in the chat when you're done. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. Seeing some of you guys finishing it. Sweet, sweet. Is it the Lulu enough though? Are you sure? Take 1 more second. Wishing. Anything. Magic wand. What would you want to have in these areas? It's okay. You can always finish it after. That's why I said this is first thoughts that come in, and then you're more than welcome after this call to go through the worksheet in super detail. So guys. Okay, seeing some come in, so it's good. Okay, now we made a wish list. What we're going to create now first is a Delulu board, basically, a wish board. Okay, so this is not yet going to be our final vision board, but this is just going to be basically the list you just made. Pick some photos and some content about that specific topic, that specific wish, and find some images that resonate with you. And I highly recommend to use Pinterest. So I don't know if you have an account or not, but I highly recommend you to just make an account, create it with Gmail. And then what you're going to do, you're going to basically literally make a board in your Pinterest. And you're going to call it wish board. Okay. And then we are going to start pinning these images that we see. Okay. So, okay, I wrote, for example, safari, something I want to do in the next year. So let's say I find an image that I resonate with, that I'm like, yeah, that's the feeling, that's the wish, right? That's the thingy I resonate with. I click on save, and then it basically tells you like, choose a board, and then you click on make a board, and then I'm going to call it wish board 2025. Okay, the Lulu. Lulu. Okay. You can hide it if you want. I don't. So I'm just gonna leave it public. That's fine. All right. And some of you guys who are more advanced with Pinterest, you know, you can also make subboards inside your main board. So you could make subboards for these divisions as well. Okay. So just for a few minutes, you know, go to Pinterest, try to see some of the images of the things that you just wrote down for your wish board. Okay. Try to find some of the words, some of the things that you want to wish for, you want to see. So even could be like, you know, for me, it's also like friendships. What images, what feelings resonate with you? And then you can save those to a board, or for now, you can download them even to your computer if that's easier, right? This is something I think you should totally take your time for. This is so fun. Like, put on a candle later, you know, drink a cup of tea and actually do this, put on some music, you know, get in the mood and actually start to collect these things that you wish for. Okay. And then once you have a really big list in your board, you go back to your wish board, right? And you have all these things added now. Okay, just imagine this being full. You have all the things added in your wish board. Now, the next thing we are going to do is now we want to make a vision board. Right? So going through these images and these wishes and these things that we just described, there will be things that really stand out to you that you're like, okay, I definitely want to have these in my vision board. That is definitely part of the vision for 2025. That's the feeling. That's the thing I want to have. And again, connecting feelings to it is going to help with manifestation. So in your Canva worksheet, but also in the Google Doc, there's two links, guys, to a template for a laptop vision board and a template for a phone wallpaper vision board. What I recommend you to do, again, it's hard to do this on the call now, like, you know, at this point. That's why I say, I'm going to give you the tools, the resources, and the explanation, and then you're going to do this, right? So now we can make actually the vision boards in Canva. So what you do on Pinterest, you download this image, okay, which for me is right mouse click, download it, and then you can upload it to that specific Canva template, okay? So again, in this end of year reflection, you have here your phone. and you just click on it, and your laptop wallpaper screen, basically. And then you're just going to drag and drop and change the images out. You can change the background color if you like to resonate with your vibe, with your feeling for 2025. And then once you've done it for, you've made your selection of pictures, you just do the same literally for the phone version. And then you download them. And then, of course, I recommend you to put them as your background screen, to put them as your phone wallpaper. And I even printed it out huge like this, and I put it on my wall. Because again, this is the thing that we should be daily reminded of, the things we want, the feelings we want to have, and then obviously believing that we deserve it and that it's possible. Okay, so guys, write the word vision in the chat if this is something you are going to do after this call. And then what I would love to see is that you actually make it and that you post it to your story and you tag me, right? You tag our Instagram account. Why? Because again, this is accountability. So there, guys, there's right now 61 people on this call. So I expect to see 61 story mentions with your vision board. Okay, make that promise to me right now that you're going to do that, and that I'm going to see your beautiful vision boards in my DMs, in my stories, right? This is so powerful. But we cannot cram this in 2 minutes because I think this is such a fun process and I want you to take some time for this later. Set the mood. You will really enjoy it. Now I'm just going to dive back into why it's important and why this is such a good tool. Because we spoke already about, right, the subconscious. So this is definitely a part of subconscious reprogramming. It's seeing these goals, these things you want, seeing them on repeat every single day on your phone, on your laptop. You're already having those feelings of feeling like that, achieving those things. That is what's going to help you actually manifest these things. So we need to believe that we can achieve these things and that we deserve them. So by making them part of your phone, your laptop, seeing them, it makes you already feel those feelings, and it again helps you to manifest them into your reality. So I'm really excited to see. I'm checking again, 61 story mentions today or tomorrow. I'm going to keep you accountable to this. Okay, cool. So some other tools to, again, believe that you can achieve these things that we put on your vision board and that you deserve it is, identifying limiting beliefs. So what are things that are holding you back? Like, why do you not think you deserve $1 million? Why do you not think, like, what is a blockage? Maybe it's a blockage from your family, from past relationships, from what people have said to you, that you can't do this, you can't do that. I want you to identify your limiting beliefs. And then I want you to find proof that the opposite is true. Meaning this, if I'm a Dutch girl from a farmer's town with a normal family who achieved these things, that is proof that it is possible and that you can do it too. If you find proof, you can break down your limiting beliefs. Like, okay, maybe putting on your vision board that you want to live on Mars could definitely be potential, but we don't have the proof yet. So I understand that could be that you might not really believe that. You know what I mean? But like, obviously, I believe for anything on your vision board, to be honest, you can challenge me on this in the DMs, but anything on your vision board, I'm sure there's someone who achieved that. I'm sure there's proof that it happened, that it is possible. Do you agree? So find proof of others having that or having done that, because that means that you can too. Another one is, of course, listening to daily affirmations, journaling about your perfect day in your life, talking with ChatGPT voice mode. I freaking love it. I will do another video about that, guys, how that works, but it's so good. And meditating and visualizing your goals too. And I've put some free resources in the bottom of this document for you as well, so that you can continue to challenge your beliefs and to really affirm these things that we just put on your wish board and your vision board. Okay, guys, who's ready for the next part? Because manifestation without action is nothing. You guys know I am a bit delulu, and I do believe in manifestation and spirituality. And I'm not gonna BS you either. I know that we can want all the things and smoke sage and stuff like that. But if we are not going to get off our ass and actually do the work, we're not going to achieve our goals. So now we're going to dive into the conscious part, which is something we can control. Subconscious, we need to reprogram. Consciousness, we can control. So I actually learned this from Funnel Hacking Live, from an event I went to. And I want to share this because it's so powerful. So I want to share the difference between ability and capacity. Your ability is your current skills and what you know you want to achieve. So maybe some of the things you wrote down now, of the things you want, maybe deep down you kind of know you have the skills already, and that you just know you want to achieve it, but that you kind of already, you're almost there. That's thinking from ability perspective. What is your ability to achieve something? I want you to think about capacity. What you could be good at. And maybe it's something you haven't even considered yet at all. Maybe no one even considered that you could do that. That is thinking from capacity. And just explaining it very, simple. Actually, I'm pretty sure they have a beautiful... Oh, the glass is there, so you can see what I mean. Okay, so basically it's about, ability, your current skills, which is that part of the glass. It's like, okay, that's where I'm at. That's something I can achieve. I'm able to do that. Whereas capacity is like, you can rise above that, right? We can achieve more than even we think we have, or even we have even thought about. Your capacity to grow further is much larger than you think. So I want you for a second to stop thinking from ability, but start thinking from capacity mindset. Okay, write yes in the chat if you get this part. Stop thinking from ability. What's my ability? No, I want you to think in, what's my capacity? Where could I go? How big can I grow? What can I achieve? Okay. So we all heard about SMART goals, and they're also in the end of year reflection worksheet, because if you have a specific goal and you think from ability, a SMART goal is really good. A SMART goal is for a very specific goal. Again, but it's kind of more from ability, because if it's very specific, then we know the steps, right? We know I have to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then I'm going to get there. That's good for a SMART goal. But I want to set wild goals right now, thinking from capacity. This is for entrepreneurs. This is for people who want to have their own business, who want to be different than the rest, who want to go out of their comfort zone, who want to grow. We're going to think from capacity, and we're going to set wild goals. So what's a wild goal? You can check this in the worksheet as well. So what's a wild goal? You have to be willing to suck at it. It has to feel impossible to achieve. Let it be easy. So it doesn't always have to be hard. Like, it can be easy, and do it for fun. That is a wild goal. A SMART goal is something specific, measurable, la la la. Okay, sure. I guess living on Mars would be considered a wild goal, right? So I want you to think about wild goals. And it can be something you're willing to suck at, meaning it's something definitely not in your ability, right? But in your capacity. Like, I have to grow there. I have to learn. I'm going to be better at it. I can suck at it. It has to feel impossible. You have to think like, what? But I can only do this right now. So how could I ever get there? But you can also believe it's easy. It can flow to you. It can come to you. You can attract it. You can manifest it. And you have to do it for fun. Like, I actually just freaking like doing this. I just want to do it. Why not? These are the requirements of a wild goal. So I want you to think about this right now. Write out at least one goal more in detail as a wild goal. Like, what is one main goal you want to focus on this year? And you can write it out a bit longer in a statement. So this is an example. Let's say you're in a 9 to 5 right now and you want to get out of it. Okay. This could be an example. I want to become a high-ticket freelancer, making 5K a month so I can live the laptop lifestyle, travel the world, spend money on my family. And maybe in your situation, just like when I was, trust me, when I was sitting in that basement under the ground, I definitely thought this was what I'm doing right now was like berserkers. Like I did not think this was possible. It was totally, it was totally, I was willing to suck at it because I know nothing about the online world. It felt really impossible. Like it felt out of this world. But I also thought I could do it for some reason. I had this idea that I could make it work and that it could be easy. And I thought it would be freaking fun as well. So that was a really good example for me. When I was in some of you guys' position, this was definitely a wild goal for me. So think about that. Willing to suck at it, feels impossible, but it can be easy, can be done. Like it can just come to you. And I actually forgot to do it for fun. You have to like it. It just has to feel and see fun. Write the word wild in the chat, guys, when you have something. And again, don't rush. Feel free to expand on this later after this call. But for now, it's the first instinct. What do you feel is going to be a wild goal for this year? What's going to be the big shot, the wild goal? Awesome. Write wild in the chat when you have it. We'll see some comment. Awesome. Nice. Let's do wild. Let's set some wild goals. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, seeing more coming now. Good job, guys. Love it. Awesome. Also, also a nice one, again, to keep you accountable. Feel free to text this to me in Instagram DM right now. Right now, or right after this call. So I would love to see 62 people message at Jet van Wijk your wild goal. What is your wild goal going to be for the year? And if it's not wild enough, I will tell you. I will help you to make it a little bit more wild. Okay. So in Instagram, write us, what is your wild goal? Okay. Now, talking about conscious, so we do need to make some sort of plan to make this happen, right? To make this work. So what we are going to do is we're going to break this down, this wild goal, into a plan. And what I recommend is breaking it down. So the wild goal is your year. Okay, that's what you want to achieve in a year. Now, how can you halve that? How can you literally split that goal into halves? Because that should be your first 6-month milestone and your second 6-month milestone. Okay, how can we break that first 6-month milestone into a 3-month milestone? So again, we slice it. Then how can we break the 3-month milestone into a 1-month milestone? So we're going to split it in 3. How can we break this month goal into basically 4 milestones, which is for every week? And now every week, you're going to do something each day that will try to work towards the week goal. And please, you can do this later, guys, as well. But
like when she brings out meat or something, or someone mentions meat, be like, but Maggie's a vegetarian. Maggie doesn't eat meat. Yeah, you can take that, honey. That's yours.
Sorry about that, guys. So basically, what this does is that now every single day you are actually working towards your year goal, even though it might not feel like that. But because we break it down, your day goal contributes to your week goal. Your week goal contributes to your month goal. Month, 3 months, 3 months, 6 months, 6 months, 1 year. And this is how you are actually going to make a solid battle plan to achieve this wild goal. So let's say it's, I don't know why I'm using this example, but I just find it funny. Now I'm like, oh, I definitely think I could live on Mars. But so let's say, maybe if I break that down all the way down, like what would that be? Then day one, it would be like researching, like where can I sign up? What is the preparation? And that might seem like a small thing, but eventually that will get me to my year goal, and maybe the 3-month milestone for that should be that I should somehow get approved somewhere to move to Mars. in the 6-month goal sheet that I'm preparing and packing my stuff, or like, I don't know, right? But we break down these goals and then they're way more achievable than we think actually. And then again, every day just contributes to achieving that, right? So this has been the key for me. And in the document, I linked to Microsoft To Do. This is how I set up lists. And literally I drag every goal to the day view. So let's say, you know, I break it down this week. The milestone is that I need to complete, right? Let's say for our program, if you follow our program, okay, so it's 3-month program. So that means in month 1, I should finish module 0 to 4. Okay, that means in the first week, I should try to finish half of module 1. Okay, so that means today I'm going to take lesson 1, 2, and 3. You see what I mean? Like now it's literally broken down and you're much more likely to achieve it because we break it down and now every day we have a purpose, we have a mission because we are working towards the wild goal. Okay, so feel free to do this in the document as well. Okay, now I know we're going a little bit over time, but please stay with me, guys. Okay, you can take a screenshot of this as well if you want. I would do it right now. This is an example of, you know, what I would do if you wanted to make your first 3 to 5K per month as a freelancer, leave your 9 to 5. This could be a good breakdown of, you know, your milestones and your goals. Could be a good example. So definitely break it down like that and then put it in a planner, Notion, Google Calendar, or Microsoft To Do. I don't mind where, but every day work towards your bigger goal and your next milestone. Okay. Okay. Now we can set all the goals in the world and all the plans we want, but remember it's only 9% somehow will succeed. Now the question is, guys, how can we make sure that you can be part of the 9% that succeeds? And what I've learned is that we need to create something we call a gap map. So what are the gaps of the things, of reasons why people don't succeed, of reasons why maybe you struggled the past years to achieve, you know, your goals? And we found that a lot of the reasons are actually that, you know, people often lack a clear roadmap on how to succeed. Sometimes people don't have the support or people to ask questions to. So when they feel stuck, they just feel stuck. They don't have accountability, you know. So I really do hope that 62 people are going to tag me in their vision board. But let's see how many actually will in the end, you know, but I really hope you do. But basically that higher level of accountability for all of these things, you know, and often no like-minded people around as well. So they feel alone in their journey. And the hard reality is if we don't fix this, it could be that a lot of us, including me, are, you know, going to forget already about these goals by March, the first 3 months in of the year. So, you know, we have a lot of people on this call who are already part of our community of Lifestyle Masters of Laptop Lifestyle. And I think that the people that are not working online yet, that are not yet in a community like this, if you ever thought about working online, or even for the longest time, maybe months already, maybe years already, or quitting your 9 to 5, then this is really the best time right now to do it. Why? Because guys, and this is for everyone, also my students, newer people coming into a program, the thing is this, businesses have already set out a marketing budget aside for freelancers, for service providers. And they will spend this in 2025 anyways. I want you guys to understand this. Businesses have already put a marketing budget aside for you. It could be you. If you take up on it and if you actually learn digital skills and you start to offer your services, there are already businesses who are ready to pay you. And if you don't take action, you don't learn how to be a freelancer, you don't grow your business, you don't do lead generation, then someone else will land those deals, but they are going to be paid. I already have my marketing budgets ready for next year. Companies all over the world already have the money literally set aside to spend on freelancers. That's up to you now to be one of those people by obviously going for it, right? So this is honestly, you know, the best time to join a community is now, because then it could be that, let's say by March, so 3 months into the new year, you are already actually landing clients and you are actually already working online and able to leave, for example, your 9 to 5. Because again, those businesses, they are already out there looking for you. They want your help. They want your help with social media management, with copywriting, with all of these things. So these are literally the best times to start, because we are in a digital economy where, again, the businesses are waiting for you and the demand is so high that, you know, service providers are never going to become extinct. We're always going to need people with digital skills, and it is something that everyone can, of course, learn. Now, what I want to do, because I see so many of our students actually online, and or some of our coaches are here as well, that I actually want to see if, you know, some of you guys want to come out. I think also Vicky, Bianca, you guys are here, some of the head coaches of our program. Maybe you guys can just say a little bit about some of the students on this call, you know, and what their progress has been, let's say, and yeah. I think Vicky, are you there?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people here that have gotten amazing results, you know, and they are really example of, you know, what you can achieve when you really take action. So I'm seeing some, you know, familiar faces. For example, I'm seeing Dominic here in our call. She was able to, you know, kill it with her education business. I'm seeing I'm seeing Charlotte here. Hey, Charlotte. Like so many people. And yeah, I would like, you know, just to acknowledge how brave you've been, guys, because I feel like what happens to many people is that they get stuck in like the dream phase, like, oh yeah, I would like to work online and I would like to do this and work from my laptop and live in Bali and all of these things. But if you don't really take action, like that just never happens. So you guys are an example of like, you know, really putting in the work and seeing how far you can get, you know, when you really have a roadmap and a community supporting you. Okay, so I think that's the most important thing.
I know it's early as well for some of you guys, but I don't know, Dominic, are you on? Can you talk? Or is it very early for you? I'm just looking for you. I'm not seeing it, but maybe I think it's very early for her. But anyways, guys, I think if you even, you know, now in the chat, again, write LMP where our students are, but there are so many on this call right now, and I'm so proud of you guys, literally, for obviously starting in a community like this, and so happy that you're part, you know, of our family and crushing it. So yeah, basically that is really the thing I can say, that community is such a big part of accountability, and having people to ask questions to and things like that are like key points as to why obviously people succeed. Because if you're doing it all alone, it's so scary and you don't have the support. And therefore, actually, for the people on this call right now that are not yet part of Laptop Lifestyle Master, I wanted to do something special. So just a little recap what LMP is. So it's basically you have modules, okay, in a really amazing portal where we're going to teach you from A to Z how to start your freelancing business, how to land clients, and you get so many video content that comes with templates, worksheets, assignments, where you're all going to get feedback on from our coaches. So from Bianca, from Vicky, Tati, Irene, we have a whole coaching team that is going to give you feedback on each thing, which obviously means that you will, you know, not get stuck, and also that you will always go in the right direction. Because again, if you are not, we will let you know. We will try to help you to obviously go in the right direction. You also get live coaching calls and Q&As and workshops. Again, you can ask questions and you literally get taught things live. And you get a one-on-one chat with coaches as well for 3 months, and an amazing community chat where I actually see so many people on our community chat the last days as well, supporting each other, keeping each other accountable. So that is, you know, what is all in our Laptop Lifestyle Master Program, and why there's so many people that are crushing it. And obviously lending clients that started last year, I see even a few people who started a few years ago, you know, who are really crushing it right now on this call, and I love to see them. And that's also a benefit, that when we update our modules, everyone still gets access, they get still invited to these calls. So you literally have, you know, in somewhat way, lifetime access to a community as well, with like-minded people and everyone ready to help you. Now, what I wanted to do right now is actually special, because, you know, with Vicky, with Bianca, we have worked really hard to make major updates to our program. So we're recording a lot of new content, lots of new strategies, how to land clients, you know, lots of new AI updates as well. And we are going to release the 6th version of our program, 6.0, which is crazy. We always keep updating it. And the good thing is that for everyone watching right now from LNP, you guys actually get access to the new version. It is included, right? You don't have to pay more. It's literally going to be included because you have lifetime access to the modules. But now for new people on this call who are not yet part of our lifestyle program, we want to give you the opportunity to join still right now with our beta round. So since it's a new version, it's a 6th version, for the first people to go through it, we still can do it at the current offer that we have right now, at the current pricing. Whereas in the new year, we are going to up our prices to reflect all the updates that we've done, because obviously it added even more value, this 6th version. So what I would highly recommend you to do is to literally book a 15-minute discovery call with our team, which is also, you know, the start point that all the people on this call right now had with our program. They all first hopped on a 15-minute call, and then from there, they joined our program and they started crushing it. So this is basically a discovery call where we're just going to see if freelancing is for you. And then if you get accepted into the beta round, you get access to 6.0 as well at no extra cost. So guys, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. It is really special for this call, so you're not going to be able to see it anywhere else. And obviously, if you are not yet in the program, I really recommend you to book this call now, today, right now, because we're only going to do a beta round with a specific amount of people. And once we have those people, we're going to test the 6.0, and then we're going to obviously up our prices. So if you are not yet part of our program, I highly recommend you to book a call and to just attend it, because it could literally change your life forever, like it has with so many people. Now, cool thing is that basically your program follows a proven roadmap, right? So this is a part of our roadmap where we teach you the foundation. We're going to link your passion to a niche. We're going to find out what digital skills and services you're going to offer, which is the foundation of our program. And then we are actually going to build your attractive brand wheel. So your platforms, your socials, your channels, how we're going to attract clients. We do lead generation strategies. We teach you how to hold sales calls and how to close deals with clients. And then, of course, how to lock them in for offers that are high ticket, so above 1K. And then, of course, the whole thing of how to build your client experience so that the clients that you do sign on are going to want to stay with you and recommend you on and on. So as you can see, this is really a proven roadmap that we have created, proven strategies, and people that have followed the roadmap have been crushing it in our program, which of course you can also see on my website, Jet van Wijk, the thousands win screenshots. I think right now we have actually over 4,000. And of course, hundreds of literal video interview testimonials of people who have gone through our program and are crushing it. So, you know, this is amazing. I actually see some people writing, oh, I love that, guys. Some really amazing, Michelle also, and Kim now writing in the chat, how LNP has changed your life, the ideas of entrepreneurship, super just to unleash my creativity, super excited for you. And Kim not 100% done yet, but she loves the support so far. Got the courage to quit her current job from 10 years to become a high-ticket freelancer. All the wild goals in motion. I love it. I love it, Kim. Amazing. Thanks for sharing that. So yeah, again, like this is just, a few on the screen and a few like people on this call, but we have hundreds of, testimonials, win interviews on our website, which I highly recommend you to check out. But I would really recommend you to book that call, because this beta round and the 6.0 version is even going to be more amazing. So if you've done that and you're an action taker, then write the word action in the chat, so that I can also see that you have booked a call. I see Miss Charlotte also saying, the community is amazing. Being around like-minded people is the best part of the program. Totally, definitely. The community is such a big thing. It's like definitely a lifetime investment, because again, even 1 year, 2 years into your business, you can still ask questions there, which is obviously huge. So you will have that lifetime support, which is amazing. Now, there's obviously a few things you can do. You can totally just go off this webinar, of this class, and obviously try to achieve your wild goals by yourself, which you might absolutely crush it. Or you can choose to obviously increase your chances by having accountability, workshops, Q&A calls, by having a proven roadmap from someone who's already done it. That is, of course, let's say, the safer bet to be part of that 9% that will succeed at their New Year's resolution goals. So this is the best time, like I said, to do it in human history, because there's so much demand. Like, there's not a business in the world that doesn't need marketing. There's not a business in the world that doesn't require a website, social media management. Everyone requires it right now. So for you actually doing this, for you actually starting in this, it is the smartest decision, because marketing is only going to grow and grow. It's not going to come down. We're only going to need it more. So by obviously capitalizing on this and learning it and starting to offer it to businesses around the world, it's also such a strategic and very smart move to make. Love it. Love it, guys. The love from the LNP members. Danielle saying such a great framework and so much support from the coaches and community. John Mark is in the vault. Actually, hopefully soon LNP too. The community is really available. And Lewis started in November and been a learning curve. Been so amazing not knowing anything about digital marketing. Also very organized and goal achieving oriented. The community is absolutely supportive and important. It makes a difference. Jet and the coaches know what they are doing. And if you enroll, you're not regret one single thing. Oh, thank you so much, Lewis. I really love that. We are capable of great things. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with LNP. Thank you so much, Lewis. I really appreciate that as well. And I love having you so far in the community too. Yeah, love it. So hope you guys really do it. People that are watching right now that have not joined our program yet, that you are going to book this free 15-minute call, because again, just two things can happen. One, either you just have a great chat with our team and they send you away with some resources and it's all good, or it could literally be the call that changes your life forever, like it has with so many. And I believe that it could literally change your life if you let it. And that you could become part of our amazing community. Yeah. So of course, also want to wish you guys a happy new year. And now what I would love to do is if we can make a nice selfie together, but I actually feel like the screen is so huge. I don't really know how to get all of us on here. So just hang on a second, guys. And yeah, gallery. Can I see you more big? I don't really know. Anyways, if everyone who can come out to their camera, that would already be amazing. And then what I'm going to try to do, maybe I can get you guys on my other screens as well. So let me just do that for a second. And what I would love for now is maybe you can write in the chat, actually below, what was your main takeaway from this? What do you feel like was the main thing that you actually got from this call? And I obviously again hope that I'm going to see all of you send me the vision board on Instagram later, because I would love to see that. Okay, so write it in the chat, guys. Okay, so what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try to get this one on here. And then, no, honestly, I have no idea how to get all of you guys on. Does anyone know? Is there a way for me to... Because to be honest, guys, I love the attendance so far, like 62 people is really great. It's amazing. I'm super happy with that. But I just have never taken a selfie with everyone. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make a few selfies, okay? And I know my team is also making some, so that at least I have one good one. So, okay, maybe what we can do is if you guys can all... Okay, just give me 1 second. I just thought about something. I do know how to get you all on the screen. Okay. And also would love it if you guys can make a video or a photo and tag me in your story too. And tell me, you know, what was your biggest takeaway? And I will repost you. So you might get some followers for your business already from it, actually. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to make this as big as I can. Full screen. Yeah, okay. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, I am going to basically make a video and then go through all the screens. So if you can just wave, okay? Just wave for like a minute. Awesome. Amazing seeing you guys on. Love it. So good. So good. So happy that you guys are here. Nice. It's 3 pages, you know, to get all of you guys on. That's amazing. So good. Yeah, so basically would love it if all of you guys can, of course, one, I want to see the vision board tagged. So tag me on Instagram in your story, show me your vision board so that I know that you've done it 62 times. I want to see each and every one of you. And for our community members, also drop it in the community chat so that you can let you see it. Then, of course, if you have not joined our program yet, make sure to book that call. Go for it, because actually, this is going to be life-changing. Like some of the people just explained, it is worth it. Just book the 50-minute call, especially for this beta round for the 6.0 version. I think it's very, very smart if you do that. So I want to see the tag, and then I want to see the wild call in the DMs. Send me your wild call as well. If you want to share even more with me, feel free to do so in the chat, because I always love seeing you guys actually take action and do it. That's like half of the work, of course, you know. And yeah, I'm just making a video because I want to get all of you guys in. Yeah. So good. So good. So for now, I love all of you guys for being here, for showing up for me, for showing up for your community, for yourself. And I'm really excited for you to crush 2025 and to finish the worksheet further. I left a lot of goodies as well. I added this 7-day roadmap for you, another free training. So feel free to check that out, and some other resources too, like ChatGPT prompts. The worksheet has a lot more goodies in there. So I hope that you guys will enjoy that. And then for now, I wish you all a really happy new year already. Okay. Good time with your family, good time with your friends. And then, of course, I hope to see all of you in the new year in our community, shining bright and crushing your goals. Yeah. Awesome. For now, lots of love. And thank you so much for being here today. Amazing. See you guys. Bye. You guys.